Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Imagine you're on a plane and someone passes away on that plane, which is terrible. Terrible news.
It happens.
The news last night had this story.
It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime, but it very quickly became a holiday from hell. Mitchell Ring and his wife Jennifer Collin were on a Qatar Airlines flight from Melbourne to Doha when a passenger died. Cabin crew put the woman's body in the seat next to the couple for the remainder of the flight.
They just said to me, "Can you move over?" And I just said yes, no problem. And then they placed the lady in the chair that I was in.
I was really shocked, and I said, "Are they going to, put her there?"
The couple say things got worse when the plane landed.
Yeah, it got worse because the plane landed.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you want to do when the plane lands is sit around and wait for ages. They had to wait while the cops and the ambulance people came on the plane.
Because I think from reading between the lines, what happened is they had 4 seats between two of them. When this person passed away, they said, "Can you move up and we'll put her in the aisle seat?"
Yeah,
so they were trapped with her in the aisle seat.
I don't understand.
For 4 hours of their flight. Imagine if you had to go to the loo.
And the poor lady that passed away and her family, condolences there, but also just like, whoa, come on, guys, the people are on the plane.
Well,
there are other vacant seats.
That's what they're saying. If there were other vacant seats, they were going to put this woman's body into business class, but they couldn't because I think she was a bigger person. Right. Why not put those two people in business class?
And put,
There must be a protocol for this.
There's got to be.
If you work in the airline business, if you're a flight attendant, you must have to deal with this all the time. Give us a call and tell us what the protocol is, because this obviously is traumatizing for everybody.
Yeah.
That's not how you deal with it.
139736 is our number. We'd love to hear from you, an insider. And that's a good thing we have Steve, a flight attendant, with us right now who heard us talking about this earlier. Hello,
Hi, Steve.
Yes, good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well. Is it uncommon or common for someone to die on a flight?
Well, as passenger loads increase, it's more common. In my career, I've had 3 deaths on board the aircraft. So we have procedures. They may vary slightly, I imagine, from different airlines, but certainly the airline I work for, we have our procedures, what to do.
Mm-hmm. And what was that?
Well, if it's a full aircraft, and, I had, seen the story on Current Affair, but if it's a full aircraft, there's not a spare seat, we leave the person who passed away, we leave them in their seat, put blankets not over their head. Our procedure is, it just looks like they're asleep, and, of course, seatbelts on and everything. If we do have spare seats, they can be moved, but always there must be like in the sitting up position, not laying down if there's spare seats across, say, a row of 3 or 4 seats.
Mm-hmm. Is that a medical thing that they remain sitting up?
To a point, yeah, that they remain upright. But, I had one where a gentleman collapsed in the lavatory and we had to pull him out the lavatory. We had to work on him, CPR on the floor of the aircraft. Unfortunately, that was coming into landing into Sydney. So we had to leave him on the floor, and we have our procedures if that happens. All doors of the aircraft must be manned in case, as we're landing, as always, in case there is an emergency and doors have to be open and slides deployed or rafts deployed.
So you had to leave him where he was?
Yeah. He was a large gentleman, and we lost him. That was very unfortunate. But I imagine it would vary from different airlines, different procedures.
So did these guys, do you think that these guys followed the protocol correctly or not? Or was the people on the plane, the old saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, if these people pushed back a bit and said, look, I'm not sitting here.
Because there were other spare seats.
Because they said, oh, no, fair enough, we'll sit there. If they pushed back, would have they moved those people?
We can move people. We can move passengers if they're feeling uncomfortable, we can move them, and someone who's willing to sit beside them, say a able-bodied passenger who would be like somebody from the military or from an airline, might be passengering from the airline or a different airline. They're used to these procedures, or someone, police or somebody who, if they, in their civilian life, and we can get them to sit beside them if other passengers feeling uncomfortable with that, Or maybe if there's doctors or nurses on board, we'll make a PA saying, "Could you please assist us?" We'll put it to them. But that is, the protocols they did that crew on Qatar would be pretty normal. You have to wait to the end so everybody else gets off the aircraft when it's landed at the port, and those the deceased and their relatives would stay on board. Paramedics, ambulance would come, and then reports have to be done about what happened.
Of course.
The actual.
I thought it was just unusual that there were spare seats and they weren't given them. But
well, that's another airline, so I can't say really what their procedures are with that. They may have their reasons, but like I said in the beginning, their procedures might vary slightly, but they'd be pretty much common procedures what we'd have to do.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, thank you.
Steve.
Thank you.
Very good.
You're most welcome.
It's good to get a bit of insight
It
there.
would, because it'd be very confronting having someone pass away on your flight, but inevitably people are going to die.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You buck for an upgrade.
Well, yeah. If there's a seat in business, let me take it.
I tell you what, I'm happy to do it. That's the sort of guy I am.
Yes. They get someone from the military to sit with the deceased person, and you might meanwhile are banging on the door of business class.
Thank you for your service.